It's strong. Oh my God. Oh. We are making elephant deterrent goo.
Here's a special pizza recipe for this evening.
And it consists of chili,
Got some chili powder.
elephant dung,
This is 5 kilograms of elephant dung.
garlic,
Garlic, yes.
This over here is the garlic.
ginger,
Yes.
This is the ginger.
and what else?
This is cow dung. Over here we've got some neem oil, really potent.
Mix it all together into this most vile of soups.
In large parts of Africa, anything that's got a human scent or something that doesn't look natural in the environment, elephants tend to destroy it.
Oh, and it's on the ground.
Then you can throw the other one.
There was a gate with a motor on it, the elephants just completely destroyed it. So Tina has been researching this goo recipe.
So the Uganda Conservation Foundation, along with the Uganda Wildlife Authority and the students up in northern Uganda, created Murchison's organic elephant repellent, also known as elephant goo. The students were asked, what can you do that would help your community? And the students were like, we have a lot of problems with elephants raiding our crops, and our elder family members are shooting the elephants to protect the crops. They've had really great results working with this in Uganda, so we're going to try to make this recipe. We're hoping to do a full-blown survey, putting camera traps and watching what happens with the elephants. Our main goal here is to protect crops, protect farmland, keep elephants away from cities and villages where they shouldn't go. Down here in the south, we have a totally different ecosystem. It is drier, we have a lot of dust and a lot of heat and sun. On this reserve, our issue is elephants and the tree damage.
With loss of habitat, there's more and more pressure on elephants trying to get to water sources, food sources on farms. So one of these ways of reducing elephants getting into certain areas is elephant goo. Gross, nasty stuff.
And what are you doing, Vince?
Well, now I'm pouring 20 liters for the first batch for the elephant repellent. We're gonna try and make something that can keep them away for maybe like at least a few months. And this is the first experiment. We're gonna be putting that on top, waiting it for a week to fermentate, and then we spray it on and put a camera trap in front of it, and then we're gonna see if there's any elephants visiting the sites.
Sweet.
During that trip, we had a group of 7 Italian volunteers. They're going to join us with some conservation projects, environmental projects, and just sort of reserve maintenance projects. I told them we're going to be doing weird stuff like making elephant goo, packing stones on fences to avoid predators, digging through.
Now we're making the fire to cook our elephant goo.
That is what reserve management is. It's creating elephant repellents, it's packing stones. It's sort of seen as a boring task, but it's a very simple way of preventing this human-wildlife conflict.
We're going to cook it on the fire.
Exactly.
Why do you have that mask on?
Because it's really fucking dangerous, this stuff.
So I guess we got to ferment it.
Yes.
We created these huge pots of goo lying around everywhere. So we've managed to make around 40 liters of that. We're mixing chili powder, we're mixing neem oil. It's really strong. You can't breathe this stuff in. You can't really describe the smell. It absorbs into your skin and you can smell it for maybe a week ongoing.
You boil it, you put it through a sieve, you let it ferment in jars and barrels, and then you strain it all out of all the goo and put it into these sprayers. So what are you doing?
So this is all the elephant poo and all the garlic and all the ingredients and the chili.
Ooh, it's strong.
All the spice. And we basically exactly all the contents, and we want to filter this.
It was fun cutting garlic and those kinds of things, but then when it got down to actually brewing this shit, everyone's eyes are burning, everybody's noses are burning. It's the smell of shit mixed with garlic and chili peppers.
It's really strong. I mean, I've got this mask on, But as I got it on, it's burning me like in my fucking nose. So this stuff is really cool.
So nobody wants to come near this, and hopefully we get it so that elephants wouldn't come near it either.
Thankfully, we had volunteers to help us make the goo, but when it was time to filter it through the cheesecloth, there were no more volunteers, and Vince and I were left to do it on our own while Tina directed from a distance.
Oh, I can't.
To see.
No, stop! Stop doing it! Stop, Vince! Jesus Christ.
So it's not quite ripe enough yet. It's
Ah.
actually got to sit another 2 months and ripen up some. All right, let's get this bucket ready.
We put it in spray cans. We sprayed it over areas where elephants generally bother the reserve infrastructure.
It does seem to work, but it has to be replenished constantly, which means someone has to keep making this very vile elephant goo.
I gotta get upwind of you guys.
We sort of steered away from it because me and Tyler, we weren't too keen on getting smelly and all bad again. So it's not something that we've sort of told Tina, hey, let's do the goo project again.
I absolutely want to try this recipe again. I feel like we need to give it more time and effort and really focus on the results. And once we're able to do that, I want to be able to go back to the Ugandan authorities and share what we've learned about the elephant goo,
Oh, I can't.
as opposed to electrocuting animals or shooting animals. We're looking for this natural, organic way. Maybe there's a tweak we can make to get it to last longer.
We're doing this because we love elephants.
We're always looking for new solutions to work with the wildlife in the natural area. We want to regain as much habitat for the wildlife as possible, but also work with people. You know, the people have to have somewhere to live as well. So trying to come up with ways where we can live symbiotically.
It was a horrendous smell, but you got to do what you got to do. Anything to protect and conserve wildlife. Our team would go to the end of the world to create ways of protecting wildlife, even if it's making a recipe to repel elephants. We love doing weird stuff. But if Tina told me now, let's go make elephant goo, I'd probably just slide away at night and not come back.